Wait. No. Wait.
Should be disbelieved.
Wait.
Because despite the fact that
Amber, you
Ms.
should
Heard
touch
can't
the
support her
pen with your pen.
accusations with actual
Wait.
evidence.
She wasn't
What
writing?
you have put to you, the jury, is not that because Ms. Heard didn't take enough pictures or tell people about abuse that it didn't happen.
What? She wasn't
What we have
writing!
put to you is that given how brutal
She wasn't writing.
and
She was
constant
just
the abuse
faking
Ms. Heard
it.
claims,
She was
she
never
wouldn't have
writing.
serious injuries. That's a fact. She
What?
wouldn't have serious injuries.
What?
I survived that man, and I'm here, and I'm able to look at him. Thank you.
This wasn't the first time that you talked about Amber hitting the wall hard. Let's pull up Exhibit 213, please.
Hitting the wall hard based on the
Let's take a look at the
accusations
next
that she
exhibit, Mr.
brought up. I'm sorry, I was talking. Is that all right?
You would answer my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit.
As long as you're happy, sir.
Why are you here? I am here because my ex-husband is suing me for an op-ed I wrote. And how do you feel about that? I struggle to have the words. I struggle to find the words to describe how painful this is. This is horrible for me to sit here for weeks.
Let's talk about makeup for a moment. So
Makeup? Is she serious
you
right now?
don't know what type of makeup regimen Amber uses every day, correct?
Look at Amber really found
And
these lawyers in a
fact, you
trash
don't-
can.
and would you agree that there are a number of different types of makeup you can use that would
Oh,
still
Jesus.
give you a natural look? There's sun in the Bahamas, right?
Most of the time.
Do you number wears?
We're definitely gonna win.
No, I wouldn't have asked if somebody has skin condition.
She probably does. Oh.
Like on set, with James Franco? Did you hear that?
I don't recall.
Did you hear him say, at least you liked it?
No.
Did you hear him say, I bet you slipped a tongue in there and you liked it?
No.
Did you hear him say, make references to Amber's and asking her if her was wet?
Your Honor, lack
Whoa.
of foundation, harassment.
Did you hear any of that?
No, not that I recall.
Okay.
I'll rule the objection. It's fine.
Thanks. And they feel paranoid?
Yes.
And they feel frightened?
Yes.
Afraid that everyone's going to believe the perpetrator, correct?
Yes.
And in fact, they're afraid they're going to lose their security.
There was another article in 2015 that says, quote, has Johnny Depp become Hollywood's biggest joke?
I don't know. Netflix has a whole festival going now. Netflix is a joke.
And you'd agree that there is an article.
Would you agree that if you did not find something that
Guys,
would
make sure
be
direction.
in favor of Mr. Depp and negative to Ms. Heard, that you wouldn't be an expert in this case?
What?
Essentially, you into court if you're going to say that Ms. Heard is right and Mr. Depp is wrong, correct?
So as a forensic psychologist, my obligation is to the court, is to the fact finder. I present science regardless of what that science may be. Now, when I take a case, my retainer agreement is explicit about that, and I discuss that with the attorneys.
I'm asking you a question. I'd like you to try to answer
Okay.
my question. You understand that if you found favorably to Ms. Heard and negatively to Mr. Depp, you wouldn't be here, right? You wouldn't be testifying.
What the?
No, okay, sorry, hold on.
That's not speculation.
No, I'll sustain the objection if you want to ask.
Okay. If
Stutters. I actually paid to be this.
it goes to bias, Your Honor.
I sustain the objection. Next question.
Okay. All right.
You settled your divorce from Mr. Depp in August of 2016. You, quote, wanted nothing.
That is correct.
You received $7 million. You claimed you would be donating the entire $7 million to charity, right? But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million at that point, had you?
It's incorrect.
I pledged the entirety
Of the settlement, $7 million to charity, and I intend to fulfill those obligations.
That's not my question.
No,
What was
Try to
your
answer
question?
my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated, not pledged, the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous. They
But
are
I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
You have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
Case
So
closed.
as of today, you have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill the obligations yet.
And that's because you did want something, didn't you?
I didn't want anything and I didn't get anything.
You wanted Mr. Depp's money. You took this photograph, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
The cough in the background was so good. Guys, hit those reactions if you have it.
Took this picture as well.
Yes,
You also took this picture, right, Ms. Heard?
that's correct. I did.
You seem to really like taking pictures of Mr. Depp while he's sleeping, don't you?
I hated it. I hated it.
Okay.
You took this picture of Mr. Depp as well, didn't you?
I did.
You sent this picture to one of your friends, didn't you?
I don't recall.
If we could please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 252.
Yes, I was asking for support.
There's no question yet, Ms. Heard. You wrote, quote, "This is what I've been dealing with," end quote. This is you supporting Mr. Depp.
This is me getting support from my best friend. I also need support.
You weren't afraid the monster would get upset that you took this picture? Is there something amusing about kicking a door into your husband's head? You even roll your eyes at one point. Is there something amusing to you about punching your husband in the jaw?
That is not what I was smiling about, and no, I do not think it's amusing.
Hold up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I never even addressed it. He was just very dramatic.
Aquaman.
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
Excuse me?
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
No, Miss Vasquez, I got myself that role by auditioning.
I was trying to reach him so that he finds out about the divorce filing from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
You slipped up there, didn't you, Ms. Heard? You let it slip out that TMZ had been alerted to your filing of the domestic violence restraining order, didn't you?
I disagree. That's not what I'm talking about.
So TMZ was just lucky in getting the inside scoop to your divorce from Mr. Depp, huh?
I have no idea. That's not my area of expertise. I wouldn't even know how to do that. If I wanted to leak things about Johnny, I could have done that in a much more successful way, in a bigger way, for years.
Not
and
when you
years.
were extorting him for $7 million.
I got a fraction of what I was entitled to in the state of California, by the way.
Right.
What extortion?
You will not see my eyes again.
You know exactly why Mr. Depp won't look back at you, don't you?
I do.
He promised you would never see his eyes again after you had publicly accused him of domestic violence, after you had obtained the domestic violence restraining order against him.
That's correct.
Ms. Vasquez played a tape in which Mr. Depp said, "You will not see my eyes again." Do you recall that?
I do.
Tell the jury why.
Because he's guilty. He knows he's lying.
Otherwise, why can't he look at me?
See what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny, Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
Yes.
it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
That's your voice on that recording, right?
Yes, it is. I was saying it to the man who beat me up, yes.
And the man you beat up numerous times. Right, Ms. Heard?
I could never hurt Johnny.
And I swung at him. Okay, I'm sorry.
You literally said it
Mr. Depp wears
twice.
rings on every
Twice, okay? And that's not even it.
finger, doesn't he, Ms. Heard?
That's my experience, yes.
And they're not delicate rings, are they?
No, they are not.
Heard? So he hit you with rings on every finger?
I don't know if I've ever known Johnny to not wear rings.
Yeah.
Hit you in the face so many times that you don't remember. There's no injuries to your face in this picture, are there?
Not that this picture shows.
You don't have any visible injuries to your face, do you?
None that you can see.
Even though Mr. Depp whacked you in the face so hard that your nose bled?
He did.
While wearing chunky big rings, right?
That's correct.
This is a picture of you and Mr. Depp the night after Mr. Depp allegedly whacked you in the face so hard you thought he had broken your nose.
He did whack me in the face, and I did think it broke my nose.
Your nose doesn't appear to be injured in any of these pictures, does it, Miss Heard?
That's why I'm wearing makeup.
And makeup covers up swelling, right?
Makeup will not cover up swelling. I swell, though.
Ice will cover up swelling.
Ice reduces swelling. Normally the swelling after that kind of injury is not as bad as you might imagine, and for me, it wasn't that bad.
This is you and Mr. Depp at the Mordecai premiere.
Yes, it is.
You told this jury that on this occasion, Mr. Depp was kneeling on your back.
That's correct.
You would agree that there are no bruises or visible marks on your back in this picture.
Not that I could see. I do not know when James came over.
Okay, let's remind you.
This is the elevator footage, guys, right here. What you guys think, guys? What you guys think so far? Bro. Oh, Lord. Save me from myself.
So you testified that you reviewed a number of hashtags that you deemed negative towards Ms. Heard.
Yes.
This is for Johnny Depp. Amber Heard is an abuser, and the last one was Amber Turd, right?
That is another one.
Okay.
Johnny, this is crazy. Don't do this. I didn't want to hurt him. I loved him. I loved him so much. Didn't want this to go to a prosecutor. I didn't want this to hurt Johnny. I don't want this to hurt Johnny. Don't want to call myself a victim. I don't want anything from him. Just don't call me a liar. It's all I said. Just don't call me a liar.
Don't lie then.
Just don't say this isn't real.
Meanwhile.
Bro, stop playing.
No.
And Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
I shit the bed.
No.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his pants, didn't he?
Oh my god.
I think I would remember
Relevance.
seeing Mr. Depp.
Oh my god. Stop.
Next question.
And you were trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, correct?
He's done.
Correct, I was trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, yes.
And Mr. Depp was refusing to leave the house, was he not?
Not so much refused, he just wanted 2 minutes to say his piece.
We've seen this
I mean, so
before.
he was strong enough to break away from your grip, correct?
No.
So you had his arm and he broke away, though, correct?
No.
Isn't that what you just said?
No, I let him go.
And Mr. Depp's also provided you gifts, correct?
Gifts?
Gifts. Money, gift.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Yes, Johnny's gave me gifts, I've gave Johnny gifts.
And he's given you gifts over $8,500, correct?
$8,500.
Yeah.
He gave me a lot more than that.
Okay. And you're loyal to Mr. Depp, right?
Yes, of course I'm loyal to Mr. Depp. I'd be loyal to you if I was working for you.
Okay.
What changes, if any, have you noticed in his behavior when he's under the influence?
He's got a very high tolerance for any substance, Johnny, you know. I would say so, you know.
Can we play Exhibit 380A, which is already in evidence?
Messing up evidence by referring it as defendants when it's plaintiffs.
It's defendants, Exhibit 380A.
What? 380A. Oh my god, bro. Those lawyers really...
What is this? Sorry, what is this?
And this is a recording from Australia, and it's just of Mr. Depp.
I don't think that's in evidence, Your Honor.
Hold on, it's not in evidence.
Our plaintiffs, Exhibit 380A.
I don't believe there are any recordings from Australia in evidence, Your Honor.
I think
there definitely is. It's just of Mr. Depp.
Oh my god.
I don't have 380 in evidence.
It's 380A.
She hired the wrong lawyers.
Jamie says it was ID'd but never admitted.
It's just, why do you deviate from our agreement? It's not about her doing films. How do you think she got Aquaman, sir?
You heard Miss Heard say, "Get off me," right?
No, I did not. Sean Bailey, who was the number 3.
Objection, hearsay.
Hearsay?
I don't know yet. I'll overrule it at this point.
May I continue, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Just basically said in...
Objection, hearsay.
Your Honor,
Sean Bailey said.
this is about him
It's
learning
in
about this. It's not for the...
saying that...
Objection, hearsay.
Last week, Mr. Rottenborn asked you about a quote where you said you wouldn't come back to the Pirates franchise for $300 million and a million alpacas. Do you remember that?
I do.
Smiles.
When relative
Brought up the situation of the fecal matter on the bed, and and she tried to blame it on the dogs. That's what the opiate does. The dopamine and serotonin, as you know, I imagine, are things that keep us it gives us our moods. It gives
I
us.
appreciate that, but my question wasn't that. My question was,
I'm just trying
right
to
after
school
you told
you.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
School you.
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Discussions with Miss Heard on the way to Coachella that evening?
We had a conversation pertaining to the surprise she left in the boss's bed.
And when you refer to the surprise in the boss's bed, what are you referring to?
Shit.
The defecation.
A few things about Coachella, and then the fecal
matter
delivery.
Oh.
Saying that it was the dogs, and I could not agree with her. It was not the dogs.
From 2015 that says Johnny Depp has his 5th box office bomb in a row.
If that's what it said, it said. Are you just going to keep reading this?
Well, I mean, and you would agree that before the op-ed there was negative publicity for Mr. Depp about assassinating President Trump. Would you agree?
No, I missed that one. I don't particularly remember that. I have a lot of stuff in front of me.
Oh, I remember this. After she scared her.
Did it mention Mr. Depp? That's what I asked you.
Well, does she have another husband who abused her
But
in
did it talk about it? Did it talk?
Mr. Drew, who was a chef, I don't believe is hearsay.
Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Yes.
Please tell the jury about it.
It was it's seemingly so stupid, so insignificant. Continued to drink, and then eventually started howling like an animal.
Just, I mean, there's part of it that the noise of the airplane.
Passed out in a chair during daylight hours.
Hearsay.
Again, isn't passed out.
What do you guys think so far? I'm reading the comments, guys. Bro, it's so funny. A lot of this is funny. Some things are like, eh. But yeah, so when do you think Hollywood will make this into a movie? Honestly, I don't know. What do you guys think? From Belgium. Welcome, Glenn. How you doing?
That's a very specific term. Sleep could be one.
You're complaining about her ambition in this text to her.
What?
To Dr. Kipper, correct?
I'm realizing that her ambition is far stronger than her supposed feelings for me, yes. At the age of 12, finding the only thing that gave me peace, which is playing the guitar, very unlikely. Why didn't I start lopping off digits when I was 13 then?
Just the way it was worded. Now, Mr. Heard.
Did you provide a copy of this pamphlet to Amber Heard?
I did not. I did not identify her as a victim of domestic violence.
Is that the sole reason why you did not give that to Amber Heard?
Yes, we want to give them to victims of domestic violence.
I'm going to ask you to take a...
At this point, Your Honor, Ms. Heard's counsel is asking to move into evidence and publish to the jury.
Is he doing yet?
About 9 years. Isn't it true that while he was on the mezzanine level and Miss Heard and her sister were there, that he was reaching for Amber's hair while he was trying to hit her with that cast, correct?
That is not correct.
And it's possible that she was standing in between Mr. Depp and Miss Heard then, correct?
Then.
No.
Well, in fact, you saw Mr. Depp push or shove Whitney Heard, correct?
Absolutely not.
And it was only after Mr. Depp pushed Whitney that Amber stepped forward and punched him in the face. Isn't that right?
That is not correct.
Wow.
Do you have a drinking problem, Johnny?
Objection calls for hearsay.
What the?
Well, the jury
saying what the doctors told him.
I think that's what's.
Gling gling.
Let me ask you a different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object
Frank.
to another one. Ms. Heard could.
Do you guys think she's gonna appeal? That's the real question there. Is she gonna appeal?
Very easily drink
Or take
2
the
bottles
L.
of wine per night. Not a speed, if you will.
You know me so well.
Cold. I don't know if I can say the name. Am I allowed to say the name?
At the beginning of her opening, Ms. Heard's counsel mentioned that the first time you supposedly struck Ms. Heard was in response to a comment about one of your tattoos.
Yes, I remember.
And what is your response to that?
Oof. Don't laugh,
It
John.
didn't.
Don't
It
laugh.
didn't happen.
Don't laugh.
I've never struck Miss Heard. As I said yesterday, I've never struck Miss Heard. I've never struck a woman in my life.
Guys, what do you guys think? The best part is this right here. She was faking writing on the paper, guys. Watch this.
What we have put to you.
She was never writing anything. She was just faking it. She was just hovering over the paper. Look. She was hovering over the paper.
That's a fact.
She was never writing anything. Isn't that crazy? Why? Just write something. Why would you not write something? Guys, hit those reactions if you haven't. Thank you so much, Tipsy, for the 500 stars. You are awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you, Carissa, for 99. Tipsy, another 500 and 200. Much love. Tipsy dropping them stars. Thank you, thank you. And we got Knilly. You're awesome, dude. Thanks for the highlights. I got you. Glad you enjoy, guys. Glad you enjoy. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you drop those on the stream. All right, make sure you also join the family. Don't forget. Let's get it.
I survived that man, and I'm here, and I'm able to look at him. Thank you.
Guys, today I'll be setting up my
This wasn't
IRL
the first
stream.
time that you talked
I want you guys to stay tuned for that. IRL streams coming, guys. Okay, in real life streams coming, guys. I'm setting everything up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, we got more content coming for y'all. Enjoy your day, morning, evening, whatever it is for you. And if you haven't joined the family, make sure you do so. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Love y'all and peace.